Wrath of Khan? Yeah, that's just a yawn. It's Rhyme and Reason 603.
There's a rhyme and reason for your life. There's a rhyme and reason why you're...
Hey there, Tony here again. And space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Funderburk, whose 5-year mission is to talk about the Star Trek movie Wrath of Khan. Did you see that one? It was about how Kirk and the crew of the USS Enterprise had to battle their arch-enemy Khan. That's K-H-A-N, as in Genghis, but it wasn't Genghis Khan. It's a Khan. It's a con job. Khan. Anyway, because Khan planned on using that so-called life-generating Genesis device as a weapon of mass destruction. Huh? What? That sounds strange. Genesis life-generating device? Mass destruction? Yeah, anyway, it was an entertaining movie, and it was a big box office success, by the way. But the so-called Wrath, the Wrath of Khan, it was a yawn. At least when you compare it to real wrath. You want to know what that looks like? Okay, but first, what's the definition of wrath? Well, we're going back to that Merriam-Webster dictionary. They define it like this. They have a couple of definitions. One, a strong vengeful anger or indignation. And two, retributory punishment for an offense or crime, as in divine chastisement. Let's focus in on that divine chastisement part a little more, shall we? Well, of course we shall. Going back to the dictionary, divine means relating to or proceeding directly from God. Yeah. And chastisement means to censure severely or to castigate. Oh, no. I've opened up another small container of worms with a couple more words, right? Okay. Censure, this kind of censure means a judgment involving condemnation. And castigate means to subject to severe punishment, reproof, or criticism. Now we're getting somewhere, right? So you saw that I wasn't talking about censor, like, to stifle someone's freedom of speech. This is censure, a judgment involving condemnation. And then we get to the reproof or the criticism, and in some cases, rebuke could be a word. But because the wrath of Khan is merely a yawn when compared to the wrath of God, I want to show you a good example of what I'm talking about, okay? All right? Good, because that's my reason for sharing this. Anyway, so here's a description, and I want you to, as I read this out loud, I want you to watch the movie that's going on in your head as you do. Pay close attention to it, okay? There was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood, and the stars of heaven fell to the earth, as a fig tree drops its late figs when it is shaken by a mighty wind. Then the sky receded as a scroll when it is rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved out of its place. I mean, wow, that could really be a screenplay for a Marvel movie, right? Okay, well, check this out. And the kings of the earth, the great men, the rich men, the commanders, the mighty men, every slave and every free man, hid themselves in the caves and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, "Fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath has come, and who is able to stand?" And they said it just like that. I have it on good authority. Now, imagine being so afraid that you'd actually prefer the mountains and rocks to fall on you rather than face God. Now, that's wrath, right? They knew some terrible stuff was coming, so they said, come on, hit me with a rock, put me out before I have to face that wrath. Well, you know what? That wrath is going to come, and it is going to be terrible, terrible for those who hate God. But for those who love and trust the Creator, there's only going to be everlasting, fulfilling, joyous love in a paradise where there's no more death, no more dying. And so I have a recommendation for you, okay? Skip the wrath and choose the path of perfect love sent from above. Choose today and choose the way. Tomorrow might not fill with light, for the soul not on the roll, so do not wait till it's too late. And I'll leave you on that thought. You can think about that, have that movie playing over and over in your head. If you have to have that movie to motivate you, I hope it does. Till next time, this is Tony from Tony Funderburk, reminding you to go over there to TonyFunderburk.com, not Tony Funderburk, but TonyFunderburk.com. Click on that merch tab, then click on that cool t-shirt. Actually, it's an uncool t-shirt. I sell uncool t-shirts. Sorry. I sell uncool t-shirts for uncool people. And you know you're one of them. You know, because it's cool to be uncool. All right? Get that one that says, life has rhyme and reason because God made you.
There's a rhyme and